So, do I think that pulling for Kazuha is worth it? Yes, pulling for Kazuha is very worth it. It's very strange that Kazuha, the Miyoyo waited for so long to release Kazuha in the banner again. And it's interesting that the first time that Kazuha's banner came out was before the 2.0. And the first Kazuha rerun is in the same patch before 3.0. So this may sound a little bit tricky because a lot of people didn't pull for Kazuha because nobody knew here he was, right? Instead, we knew that in the next few patches we would have had Ayaka or Raiden, very expected character, very awaited character. So a lot of players skipped Kazuha for them, for Ayaka and Raiden, and they regret it. In fact, there are a lot of people that they've been waiting for Kazuha's rerun, like even 1 week after Kazuha banner expired. I remember I was in the Kazuha main subreddit. A lot of people were asking, when is Kazuha's rerun? When is Kazuha's rerun? Because they were already regretting it, because we discovered that Kazuha is very strong. In fact, it's one of the best characters, if not the best 5-star character. So a lot of people skipped him the first time. And now, we're waiting for Sumeru and Dendro characters. So I bet that a lot of players are waiting for Dendro character, for 5-star Dendro character. They are a little bit on the fence if they want to pull for Kazuha or not. Let me tell you one thing. If you don't want to pull for Kazuha, or if you're not sure to pull for Kazuha, even if you would like to, because in 3.0 there is a new element and there is a new 5-star character of that element, namely Dendro, don't do that. Don't risk and not pull for Kazuha because you want, for example, Tignari. Because Tignari is also a particular character, is a bow user, is a charge attack main DPS. It seems like it. So if you don't want to be disappointed, also because he's one of the first Dendro characters, so it may not be as good as the future Dendro characters, because it's one of the first, basically. So it makes sense for Miyoyo to not know how to perfect their kit. Instead, Kazuha, we know that it's very good, that it's very fun, and if you prefer Kazuha to another character, pull for Kazuha. Is the most fun I have ever had in the game. A lot of people say this. Apart from that, apart from Kazuha in comparison to other 5-star characters that are going to come out in the near future, let me tell you another thing. I have Raiden, Hu Tao, and Ayato as the main DPSs. Okay, I also have Keqing and Diluc. I played Diluc at the beginning of the game. I was very lucky. I got in the first 10 pull in the starting banner, so there is that. But I never play with Diluc and Keqing anymore. I only play with Hu Tao, Raiden, and Ayato. Right? They are all three of them are main DPSs. Well, okay, you can. So basically, you cannot play more than one main DPS in the same team, right? Because it doesn't make sense. It's main DPS, so you only play one and 3 supports. Okay, there is an argument that you can play Yato as an off-field Hydra applicator with Raiden or with Usao, or there is an argument that you can play Raiden with Ayato as an off-field Electro applicator. But let's be real, nobody does that. I mean, you can do that just for fun, but speaking on efficient is not very convenient to do this. Instead, what do? You play Raiden, Ayato, or Hu Tao, and then you stick 3 supports. But what happens? Well, in all these 3 parties, guess what? You can play Kazuha, you can play Bennett, you can play Shincho, you can play Shanling, etc., etc., etc. Kazuha is a support, and the support in this game are way better and way more convenient than the main DPSs. And that's another reason why I suggest you, if you like Kazuha, if you want to pull Kazuha, pull for him. He's one of the best support in the game, he's one of the best 5-star in the game. You will not regret it. He's very strong, he does a lot of damage. There are a lot of small numbers, but there are a lot of them. So he actually does a lot of damage. Remember, you can play a team full of supports and still clear the content in the game, hold the content in the game, even the Spiral Abyss, even the floor 12, but you cannot play a team full of main DPSs. You cannot play Raiden, Ayato, Hu Tao, Diluc, or Raiden, Ayato, Hu Tao, and Keqing. Okay, you can play this last team. Well, you cannot, but you can play Keqing with another main DPS just to use her as a burst damage dealer. Keqing, I mean. But you're not taking advantage of her full kit, right? So, but you can play a team full of supports. You can play Kazuha National, for example. You can play Kazuha National, Kazuha, Bennett, Shanling, and Shincho, and Kazuha Taser, and other stuff. So Kazuha is one of the best characters, and the supports in general are better than the main DPSs. Because a lot of supports put together, a lot of good supports, if put together, they do a lot of damage. So I suggest you that if you want Kazuha, pull for him. Don't wait for the Dendro 5-star because the charge attack, the above charge attack user, you may not like it. It may be a very boring playstyle. Look at Ganyu. It's not very fun to play. Even watching her, even watching players playing Ganyu is not that fun. Imagine do it yourself. But if you like Tingnari for other reasons, or if you like the playstyle, feel free to do that. Feel free to pull for Tingnari. But then try to not regret not pulling for Kazuha. Because in my opinion, Kazuha is a better pull than Tingnari. We don't know anything about Tingnari, okay? But we know everything about Kazuha. So that's the difference. If you prefer Tingnari, though, or other characters, I don't know, then and you're not sure if you want to pull on Kazuha, then your choice. But if you prefer Kazuha, but you're not sure if pulling for him is a good choice because you maybe want to pull on other characters in the near future because drip marketing or because leaks, you're not sure anymore. That's a risky way of thinking because you maybe start to like, okay, I want for this character, but then other characters come and then you want the other characters. So pull the character that you like, and if the character you like are also very known and very strong, that's the win-win for you. So that's the reason why I think that pulling for Kazuha is never a bad option. It's never a bad choice in general.